We're now joined by Deb Cotton, who is the Director of Communications for Focus St. Louis. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So I was so excited moving to St. Louis and finding out, I think I just actually found out last year, I went to the What's Right with the Region, finding out about Focus St. Louis and all the great things that you're doing. So tell us about it.
Focus St. Louis is an amazing organization. Our whole point of being is to engage citizens to strengthen the region. And we do this through three main roles that we fulfill. We do a lot of leadership development programs. We do a lot of work to influence policies, both public and private. And we also do work around community connections. We run a variety of programs that deal with issues around those roles.
And it's funny that I think we talked about this a little bit when you were on Justice for All with Don Wolf. It's funny how the economic repercussions of not having a socially cohesive region are really huge, but people don't really make that connection very quickly. So it's kind of neat that your organization is basically all about that.
That's right. We're based on the idea that regionalism is really what it's all about.
Right.
And by having a more regional attitude about everything we do, our whole area will be more prosperous. We'll all do better by bonding together.
Absolutely.
Socially, economically, that's what we're about. We have several programs that we run that deal with those things directly on different levels, such as the Metropolitan Forum, which is looking more at the financial aspect, looking at how we can sort of maybe be more all on the same page when it comes to, again, our regulations and the financials. And then we have our Bridges Across Racial Polarization program, which is about getting people in South County and people in North County to know each other and understand each other and appreciate each other's neighborhoods.
Right. So regionally, how would you describe that? You include over in Illinois as well, or is it really just, okay, so.
We service the entire 16-county metropolitan statistical area, so that's 8 counties in Illinois and 8 counties in Missouri, both sides of the river.
Excellent. It's all, I am over from the Illinois side, so I always like it when we're all included together, because we are.
Yes.
So tell us about specifically some of the programs that you have that go towards your mission.
First of all, I just want to mention, since you said that you live on the Illinois side of the river, one of the programs that we're involved with over there is Metro East Eye Openers. And they're open to the public. Anyone can come, and we address issues that are affecting all of us, but are of particular interest to people that are living on the east side of the river. They're in the morning. You come, you have a continental breakfast, and you hear from experts on a variety of issues. You get a chance to ask questions and make a difference. We also have on this side of the river, on the Missouri side of the river, we have breakfast clubs, and it's the same situation. People come, they have breakfast, they hear from the experts, and then they get to have a chance to have real conversation and dialogue with the experts, have a question and answer session. We'll actually be having one of those next week, which you can read about on our website, where we'll be hearing about the Where We Stand report that East-West Gateway released. Looks at some really interesting numbers, specifically around racial disparity. So we'll be getting an overview of that, and again, the public will get a chance to ask questions, of the people that put all this information together. But those are some of the activities we do. I can talk about all the programs. We run 5 leadership programs, which are all wonderful. Our flagship program that we're most well known for is Leadership St. Louis. Just celebrated our 30th anniversary last year, so this is our 31st year. We have more than 1,600 graduates in the community. Many of them are leaders. There are CEOs, there are municipal leaders, academic leaders, wonderful people that go through these programs that really want to do even more than they're already doing. It's an amazing program. We also have Experience St. Louis and Impact St. Louis, which are more short-term programs, whereas Leadership St. Louis is a huge year-long commitment on the part of the participants. People can go on the website and sign up to do Experience or Impact, and they're spending 3 or 4 days worth of time with Focus, learning about the region, learning about the issues, hearing from the experts. Experience St. Louis is for executives who are new to the region, as well as their spouses. And Impact St. Louis is more geared for middle-level professionals or young professionals. And then our final leadership program is Leadership Plenty. And that program is for more grassroots organizations, cause-oriented organizations who really maybe don't have any type of budget for professional development.
Right.
But then again, they need the skills as well for conflict resolution, for facilitating a meeting properly, for communicating effectively over the telephone with other professionals, all these types of things. So that is a big portion of what we do.
Yeah, it's so funny that you're focused St. Louis, and when I first was introduced to you, I just had a little bit of trouble getting my head around. It's like, so what do they do? And the answer really is that you guys do
everything.
Bunch. You really do everything.
We run the gamut. We do focus on particular policy issues. The leadership programs, as well as then our policy work and the collaboratives that we do, are all tied around the theme of regionalism, but also we deal with a focus on education and social justice and these types of issues. We try to limit ourselves.
Right.
It's just we're doing sustainable infrastructure, good governance, race, and education, which is a huge
issues.
Huge areas to cover. So we do try to keep it to that.
Right. But it's an illustration of the fact that there are so many things affecting those issues, and that there are so many different ways to come at them.
Right, exactly. So. And that's what makes Focus special, though, is the way we're coming at these issues is the citizens need to be involved.
Right.
People, we're all stakeholders. We all need to educate ourselves and be involved. And that's what our breakfast clubs, Metro East Eye Openers, the other events we have that people can just come. That's what that's about. The policy work we do with our task force groups, that's where we really, really get more into the issues.
Right.
The one that we actually just finished doing all of the research was regarding affordable housing for people like you and me, for the workforce. We were looking at people who are either younger professionals or people who are in fields that aren't necessarily making huge amounts of money. Bank tellers, hairdressers, daycare workers. How much do we need daycare workers? Hugely.
Yeah, hugely. Right.
Well, most of these people in this area, they do not make enough to own a home. And if they do, it's certainly not in a neighborhood where you would probably want to live.
Right.
And so that's what they were looking at.
They really look
at. We're looking at this and so how do we help these people, and how do we help our companies who need these employees and want to retain these employees, don't want these employees to leave St. Louis. We want them here. We need them.
Right. So it's really a full circle way of thinking.
Right. So they researched this for a whole year, and these are volunteers giving of their time, coming to Focus, meeting with the experts, doing all of this research, and then they issue their recommendations, and they say, this is what we really feel we need to do, and that if we do these things, more people in St. Louis will have stable housing.
Right.
More people will stay at their jobs. We won't have so much turnover.
Continuity. Right.
And more people will be attracted to come here, to come to St. Louis.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
That's great. Well, we're actually running out of time, but thank you for giving us a little bit of insight about what Focus does and how you are focusing. And we look forward to having you back to talk about some more of this stuff in a little more detail.
We'd love to be here.
Excellent.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information on Focus, or you'd like to get involved and check it out, you can visit them online at focus-stl.org.